Molweni nonke. My name is Camagu Nay Kosani, and welcome to Zoyise Podcast. Um, Today we're gonna be talking about love. We're gonna be talking about love styles. We're gonna be talking about love languages. Okokuqala, credit must be given to Susan and Clyde Hendricks for the love styles, and then Gary Chapman for the love languages. Since February elo hlobo ufuna uyiva ngalo. Since February I have decided, you know what, and we are approaching Valentine's. Next week we're gonna be doing a Valentine's special. I'm gonna have a guest. I'm gonna try and find someone whom we can dwell deeper into this topic of love, relationships, in our culture as in abaXhosa, umjolo ke ukutsho. So namhlanje when we are starting this month, I would like to invite us to must be open-minded when it comes to relationships, no matter how long have we been together with our partners, but ngaske sibe singacingi fan ba kunje forever. Just open our minds to understanding new things and discover new ways of loving one another. So love, I think ukuqala, when it comes to love, when you are a teenager, love, when it's defined by a teenager, will always be different than the love that will be defined by an experienced or matured person. And when you're a teenager, you come from expectations, you come from seeing love from the movies, seeing love being modeled by your parents, seeing love being modeled by the people around you, yonke lando yakhona. So understanding yakho is limited to izinto ozibonayo. And then when you're in your 20s, that's where you start to experience things. You start to experience pain in love. That's where umgowo is getting introduced. That's where ibangati you feel attacked, ibangati uyayincama lento. And then when you're in your 30s, maybe you get married, and then it changes. Yonke, I think the more you grow, the more the definition becomes broader, the more the vocab when it comes to love. You know different things in different ways than you did when you were still younger. So I say that to say this, in my understanding, love is like an umbrella of all the emotions in the world. The pain, the sadness, the anger, the happiness, the excitement, the jumping up and down, the joy, the butterflies in your stomach, zonke, they fall into that umbrella called love. So sometimes when we watch these movies, we always ignore the moments where the other person was crying, or the other person was missing this person. Lonke man, zonke zanto zakhona, we ignore those things. We just see obubumnandi, and then automatically assume kusuppose bakusoloko kumnandi when it comes to love. Gandhi, you have to just balance all these emotions, uzibeke zibe in a balanced way. Kungabikho enye, ungasoloko ulila isidala, kanye ungasoloko unqekekile. As much as kumnandi, but kumnandi uhleka, kumnandi konwaba, but ngaske izinto zibe balanced so that you get uthando, like the authentic love, not the one that is being faked, not the one that is being protected, not the one that is being steered into a facade to impress other people, or a social media type of love. I have nothing against anything. I'm just saying, Bana, when you love a person, you should understand that you will cry, you will feel pain, you will, and then you will be happy as well. So yeah, that's that. So ke Susan Hendrick no Clyde, they came up with these theories in Dobana Singabandu. We have 6 different models when it comes to love styles, which is the first one is Eros, the second one is Ludus, and then the third one is Storge, the fourth one is Pragma, the fifth one is Mania, and the sixth one is Agape. The models zethu okanye mandithi our core basic sources of how we love zisuka from that. So I'm just gonna be brief when it comes to ukuzicacisa, and you guys, you can just go online and then get this information. But I think then is funda I think 2016 2017, and then I think in this month, whereby there's going to be a lot of expectations from men. It is also important that if you're listening to this, you open your mind up to study the person that you are dating, to keep an open mind, to always find new ways to love that person. So Eros, Sigui love styles. Eros is based on a physical appearance. Uthando lwakho luthando o lembonakalo ngomntu. And noba there are people that you don't even look at. No matter how smart they can become or famous they are or the status they have, if they do not look a certain way, you do not even entertain the thought of them being with you. So you are an Eros type of lover. Everything is just appearance. Things, yonke into is just a physical appearance yomntu uthando lwakho luba based to lonto njalo. Ludus is when the interaction or the love that you have, you see it as a game. There has to be a winner. You're always playful. You're always avoiding of the sad things. You just wanna it's just a game. It's a game. Don't hate the player, hate the game, all those type of things, those corny, cheesy movie stuff. There's nothing wrong with everything that I'm gonna say. Okay, however it may come out. It's just that when we look into other things, that's all there is. But then the more you look into things, the more you learn, the more you think you're smart, the more you realize that you don't know anything, because there's so much to learn and so much to absorb when it comes to knowledge and experience. So that's Ludus. And then Storge is the love that develops slowly. Number one, a lot of affection, and is based on similarities. So when the model of your love is Storge, if ufuna umntu that is gonna love the same things that you love, ufuna umntu that is gonna, there's andu friends, udibane nomntu because you have this and these things in common, and then they develop later on. That model of loving is called Storge. And then Pragma is the pragmatic type of love. Like, you are realistic, you are practical, you are not living in the infectious awukho fairy tale okanye mandithi awukho you're in reality, man, of everything. You just want to face things, you just want to deal with things as they are, handle them the way that they are. Yonke into has to be practical and realistic. And then many is the most common, la romantic love, the one that you see in the movies. Yeah, that's many. Yeah. It's highly emotional. It has a lot of emotions, up and down. It's unstable. Gee, man, when people talk about the ezona movies zotano, they talk about this model of loving, which is umenia. And then agape. Agape is when people are selfless. It's people that love, that find a connection on the spiritual level. It's the people that do not they don't have expectations. Okay, when they do have, they expect, they look, love, ujay call uti, love is wanting more for someone than they want for themselves. That's agape. That's the model of love. You just want to see people grow and succeed. You just want to see them happy. You just wish them good. That's agape. Once you are in this level, you are in the God level of models. That's God. That's how God looks at us. He wants what's best for us. This is the model of loving that I think if we Zoyise, we will gravitate to. And then we love languages, which is, this one is very important, because sometimes we love people and we do things for people. We do all the things all the things that we could do for people, but akude kufikelele mandibeke lihlobo iqhakancu unoqhakancu okanye amaqhakancu ababantu bakhona badibana ne-China, and then they start talking about politics. These people come from different cultural backgrounds, they have different languages, they cannot hear themselves, but they can see the actions. So sometimes when you interpret the action, sometimes you can interpret it wrong. So that's what it's like when you don't want to study your person's love language and understand what they mean, how to love them in their own language. So sometimes you're going to for 5 years without knowing their love language, and then they can meet umdu in 3 days and then be completely taken. It was a waste, Gandhi. You never invested time to learn their love language. So when it comes to love languages, there are 5 common, as long as it's embedded, 5, which is the core basics of love languages, which is number 1, it's the words of affirmation, it's quality time, it's receiving gifts, it's the acts of service, and then it's the physical touch. So words of affirmation, that constant reassurance, thank you for doing this for me. Just ubhale notes, ababantu babhale notes bazibeke kwi-fridge okanye bazifake ezincwadini. Whatever you want to say to your partner, those are words of affirmation. That's their love language. I appreciate what you do, I appreciate what you did, as long as others are gone. And so that's words of affirmation. And then quality time is just giving your partner undivided attention, awuphazanyiswa yifoni, awuphazanyiswa yi-TV, clean it. You just with them, just giving them undivided attention. It's just you and them alone. So sometimes ungakwazi ba ubusy umxelele all the beautiful things, which is you are affirming, you are doing words of affirmation, but if you are not giving them quality time, you are barking at the wrong tree or in the wrong house. So the third one is receiving gifts, which is I think receiving gifts, which is andifuna ukuthi ngumbhejo, but it's something abanye abantu love languages zabo kukufumana into from their partner, noba into na, no matter how big or small, just the thought of bana baby bangayithanda into enje, ina into enjalo, that's their love language. Noba ungahlala naye umnike undivided attention, uba awuzinando to show them uthando lwakho kubo, then you are uliqhakancu elithetha neChina. So yeah, that's basically giving. Andiyazi ke noma andifuna limited to necklace, but also I think ne-data, just the giving, the giving and the receiving. If you are a giver, you should give without conditions, and also when the person receives, you should always you should not be swayed, or you should not think it is okay to just give and then the person does not appreciate the gift and then you continue, or you think you didn't do enough. Any form of gift is a love language to umdu whose core basic language is receiving gifts. And then acts of service. Acts of service, it's like when you get home, mhlawumbe thiqe ifike ichumele ijikeleze ecaleni kwakho yonke le nto yakhona. It's just nje ukubonisa ubuyakuthanda, okanye uthunywe ngumuntu wakho ba ucela into ethile umenzele loo nto. So acts of service, anything that you do in terms of action to serve your partner, those are the acts of service. It can be love language yabo kukuba mawuba service and with your actions. And then the last one is the physical touch. Yeah, this one is where the hugs, the kisses, the cuddling, the yonke manindo, holding hands, yonke lando yakhona, forehead kisses, biting off ezo noma ezo mhlawumbe kuthiwa ngamanyala ke lokishini, zonke izinto ezinjeya. Yeah, that's another love language that we should always, and it's very much important to umntu that demonstrates it, because sometimes you act out your love language because you want your partner to do the same, but they always miss the point sometimes, but not always, but sometimes they miss the point. Yo, cling ubani is very annoying, yonke la nto yakhona. So it is important, man, to keep an open mind, study their love language. Uhlale naye umbuze uba wena baby uthanda into enjani. Just Google those things. There's khona ne-test whereby ubuze into ezithile. When they tick all these boxes, then you know their love language, and then you start to model those. Because if you love a person, you are willing to do anything for a person, this is where you should start understanding what they are saying, their love language. Ungathethi isidubata nebhulu ayivakali, fumaniseke uba the relationship is stagnant, awuboni progress because you have not invested time into ndikhumsha kakhulu namhlanje andiyazi ndithini. but you have not invested time into studying their love language and understanding what injani, and also learning how to receive it and then give it back to umntu wakho. So when we start this month of love, ngaske siqale with this idea of being open-minded and communicating with our partners about their love languages, number one. Number two, about how they would like their love reciprocated. It's very important to communicate and not assume things are the way they are or things are the way they should be. We are always different. We are always unique. There's no one like us. So we should not always approach things based on what everyone else is doing. So I'm inviting men, I'm inviting women. If you are listening to this, just open your mind up, Zoyise, and decipher, okay, talk to your partner and then check which love language that they speak, and then learn to listen and hear what they are saying, and then respond with the love language that you want to receive back. The reciprocal duty that you have, that you guys share, should always be honored during the course of the relationship. So yeah, my name is Camagu Nay Kosani. This is Zoyise Podcast. I'm out.